Call a meeting to order. It's 7 o'clock, please. Roll call by the county clerk.
We have 30 present and 0 absent.
Thank you. Let's rise for Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Jaco, would you lead us? Take a moment. Thank you. Please be seated. In compliance to open meetings law?
We are, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I entertain a motion to approve the agenda. Moved by Mr. Backlund, second by Mr. Paulson. Questions? Anything need to be moved? Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, agenda is approved. Approval of the minutes, Mr. Winnicky.
I would move approval of the minutes of June 11th, 2023 as presented.
Second by Mr. Gulig. Questions? Discussion? Additions? Subtractions? I always kind of look at you, Mr. Brogler. Seeing none, all in favor of approval of minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. Communications, Madam Clerk.
We have the notice of public hearing for planning and zoning, which is July 20th, 2023 at 7 p.m. We have several retirement recognitions, and then you will also find the treasurer's report on green paper on your desk. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Public comment, is there?
Retirement.
Retirement recognitions.
So if Chief Hunter could come forward to recognize our sheriff's deputy.
I left them right here on the podium.
We're here for you. So Jefferson County, and specifically the Sheriff's Office, is grateful for the first 25 and a half years of service that Jason Hack provided to the citizens of Jefferson County. Jason started his career with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office on June 30th, 1997, and he retired on December 6, 2022, with the rank of sergeant. Prior to starting his career with the Sheriff's Office, Sergeant Hack served his country in the United States Army from 1991 to 1993 with the 3rd Brigade 24th Infantry Division. His service to his country did not end there, as Jason re-enlisted in the Wisconsin National Guard from 2001 to 2006, assigned to the 229th Civil Engineering Company out of Platteville, Wisconsin. In 2003, he was deployed during Operation Iraqi Freedom and stationed in Tikrit, Iraq. Sergeant Hack became a field training officer in 2001 and started making a positive impact on the newly hired deputies of the Sheriff's Office. As a sergeant, Jason was involved as an FTO supervisor, ensuring that the jail FTO program, the training officers, and our newly hired deputies continued to meet program expectations. On January of 2006, Deputy Hack was promoted to the rank of sergeant. Sergeant Hack was a founding member of the revived Honor Guard team, and in 2006, Sergeant Hack took on the honor of being the officer in charge for the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office Honor Guard. Sergeant Hack took this position with a high level of enthusiasm, fundraising to obtain professionally fitted and tailored uniforms for the unit. In 2015, Sergeant Hack became a member of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office dive team. He took on many responsibilities within the unit, which eventually led to him becoming certified in 2017 as an instructor. Sergeant Hack became the officer in charge, and in 2020 he was certified as a master scuba dive trainer. Following his retirement, Deputy Jason Hack rejoined the Sheriff's Office as a part-time deputy with our Support Services Division and continues to be involved in providing training to our dive team.
And then we have a retirement for we have a resolution, but also I have a retirement here for Mr. Jensen. You want to come up twice, Mr. Jensen? Sounds good. So,
Resolution number 2023-16, whereas John E. Jensen served as Jefferson County Treasurer commencing January 5th, 1985 until June 30th, 2023, where he served over 36 years. Whereas John Jensen has unselfishly devoted himself to making Jefferson County a better place in which to work, live, and play. And whereas John Jensen has demonstrated integrity in the administration of his duties to serve as guide for all those who come in contact with. Whereas John E. Jensen has uncanny memories, a storytelling ability that left out no detail. And whereas John E. Jensen has amazing ability to find the best Halloween costumes, and where it is fitting for John E. Jensen to be recognized by the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors for his dedication and devotion to the public served. Now therefore be resolved that the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors do hereby honor Jefferson County Treasurer John E. Jensen for many years of service to Jefferson County and wish him well in his retirement.
I really didn't prepare anything, but it's you know, you think about going through the number of elections I went through and the confidence the voters and people have given me. And I'm not joking when I say I'm going to miss, you know, year after year I get people coming in all the time to pay their taxes, and you get to know everybody by face, by name. And I'm going to miss that. You know, I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of great employees. Kelly's going to do a fantastic job taking over. Stacy Hoffman worked for me for a long time. Joanne, I can go on, but without those people, you know, the job probably doesn't get done, and they deserve as much credit as anything for carrying on and making the office run. It's been an honor to serve the county board, and it's been an honor to serve the members of Jefferson County, all the voters, and it's been a privilege, and I've actually enjoyed it, and I don't know, didn't have anything prepared, but I want to just say thank you, and it's been a journey, and I guess I didn't know when it was going to come to an end, but kind of came on, so but thank you.
And pay your taxes, right? Oh, yes, since that's a resolution, I would like a motion to approve the resolution. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Johns. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, pay your taxes. Thank you, John. Thank you for your service. Now public comment. Anyone listed for public comment? Anyone online? Seeing none, we move on to special order of business. Jefferson County Fairist of the Fair. Amy?
Hi, everyone. I'm Amy Listel, the director at the Jefferson County Fair, and we are kicking off the fair tomorrow morning. It will run through Sunday. We hope that you all come out at some point and enjoy the fair. And I just want to say thank you for allowing us to come tonight. And I'm going to introduce our Fairist of the Fair. Danielle Koala is our 2023 Fairist of the Fair. She's been helping us over the last couple of weeks promote the fair. And we're excited for her to be volunteering this week and helping us introduce different events and handing out awards to our exhibitors and doing some other fun activities with us out at the fair. I also want to thank you all for supporting our department. We have had some really great years out there lately and are excited to debut our renovations to the activity center this week, which included installing air conditioning. It has been very nice. Everyone is really enjoying it. And we've also painted in there and put some new lighting and windows and doors. So it's a really great building, and we're calling it the Cooling Center this week so that people will finally have a place to cool off during the fair and take a break and hopefully stay a little bit longer and continue to enjoy the fair for many years to come. So now I will let Danielle introduce herself and tell you everything about Danielle.
Hello everyone, my name is Danielle Koala and I'm the 2023 Fairest of the Fair, like Amy said. I'm the daughter of Jeremy and Michelle Koala, and I was raised on a dairy and beef farm here in Jefferson. On that farm was where I found my love for animal agriculture. When I was in kindergarten, I became a member of the Jefferson Boosters 4-H Club, where I continued to be a member until I aged out. I exhibited many projects at the fair throughout the years, including woodworking, Lego, sewing, crops, archery, and mostly my favorite, the beef cattle. As I got older, I held various leadership positions within my club and joined the junior leaders group where we planned Cloverbud Day Camp in the summer. I was also a member of the Jefferson County Livestock Judging Team and Meats Judging Team. I competed nationally in 2018 for livestock judging at the Oxarbin Stock Show in Nebraska. In high school, I was an active member of the FFA, holding a variety of leadership positions. Through the FFA, I competed on the livestock and meat judging team again, while also completing SAEs for beef cattle and placing within the top 10 for multiple years. In January of 2019, I was crowned the Wisconsin Hereford Queen, where I would travel around Wisconsin representing the Hereford breed. I graduated in high school from Jefferson in 2019, and the following fall, I competed nationally for FFA meats judging. In 2020, I then received the American FFA degree, which is the highest level of degree you can earn. Currently, I'm a senior at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, where I'm an elementary education major with a double minor in early childhood and animal science. This fall, I will enter student teaching in Rockwell at Fort Atkinson, and I will graduate in December. I'm currently employed at Pernat Premium Meats in Johnson Creek, where I'm spending my third summer with them. And while working at Pernat's and going to school, I also work on my family's beef farm, so we no longer have dairy, we just have beef cattle, and I help care for the animals and manage them with my father. We raise about 50 head of cattle and I own about half of them myself. I've had cattle since I was 9 years old, and they're a huge passion of mine. If I'm not working or at school, you can typically find me reading a book or spending time with my friends and family. In the near future, my goal is to obtain a teaching position back in Jefferson County in a rural setting where I can incorporate agriculture into my classroom. I would also really like to start a summer school class about agriculture because agriculture just has a lot of opportunities that I think young students would love to learn about and could really enjoy. I'm also really excited for the fair to start tomorrow. We have a variety of things we offer. We're having a live shark experience. We have the food on the midway, truck and tractor pulls, and a variety of exhibitor shows. There's truly something for everyone to enjoy, and I hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Have a good fair. Item B, proclamation congratulating the Cambridge High School boys golf team on a Division III state golf championship. This is proclamation number 2023-2. Mr. Jensen's was number 1. Whereas the Cambridge boys golf team won the Division III state golf championship on June 6, 2023. And whereas the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors supports achievement in athletics and extracurricular activities as well as academic achievement among the county's youth. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors assembled this 11th day of July 2023 extends its hearty congratulations to the Cambridge High School boys golf team, coaches, parents, and fans for their state championship win and wishes them success and good health in their future athletic and academic pursuits. I move for the adoption of this proclamation. Second by Supervisor Morris. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Takes us to proclamation 2023-3. Congratulating the Lakeside High School boys track team on the Division II state championship. Again, whereas the Lakeside High School boys track team won the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association Division II state track championship on June 2nd to 3rd, 2023, and whereas the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors supports achievement in athletics and extracurricular activities as well as academic achievement among the county's youth. Now therefore be it proclaimed the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors assembled this 11th day of July 2023 extends its hearty congratulations to the Lakeside High School boys track team, coaches, parents, staff, students, and fans for their WA State Track Championship and wishes them success and good health in their future athletic and academic pursuits. I move for the adoption of this proclamation. Second by Mr. Johns. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Proclamation passes. Takes us to annual reports. First one is Circuit Court. Judge William Hugh.
Thank you. The Jefferson County judges appreciate the support of the Jefferson County Board and County Administrator Ben Waymeyer. We'd like to recognize the hard work of our Family Court Commissioner and Register and Probate Jennifer Weber. She has taken on significant additional workload due to restructuring in the probate office and the resignation of her former Assistant Family Court Commissioner. Because of that effort and Mr. Waymeyer and the board's willingness to provide temporary magistrate help from experienced retired former family court commissioners, the citizens of Jefferson County have not seen any significant reduction in services pending return of the full court commissioner staff. Jefferson County is still a leader in family court administration in our judicial district and the state. The judges additionally wish to recognize our judicial assistants and clerk of court support staff. The courts would have a difficult time efficiently administrating justice without the foundation of support we receive from hardworking individuals who serve on the front line every day. Thank you to the County Board for continuing to support court initiatives, addressing issues affecting the health and safety of court users, employees, and the public at large, and working towards an efficient and effective circuit court system. We're particularly appreciative this year of the allocation of funds for an independent examination evaluation process conducted by former Ozaki County Clerk of Court and Register and Probate Mary Lou Miller. She has completed her system survey, and we are in the process of receiving, reviewing, and implementing some, if not all, of her recommendations for calendar year 2024 in conjunction with our return to a tab system, wherein the trial courts will return to general as opposed to specialized court calendars in an effort to equalize court workload. The court system was extremely challenged during COVID shutdown and post-COVID recovery. The criminal courts will soon be stabilized this year and will function in a more standard post-COVID operational way. Recovery takes great effort, and our support staff is critical to that goal. From January through June of this year, Judge Brantmeyer and I, through communication and consistency in procedure, have reduced pending misdemeanor cases by an additional 125% close rate and felonies by a little over 100% close rate beyond 2022 levels. And I'm happy to say that as of Monday, we have achieved misdemeanor closure at December 31, 2021 levels. Still, there are 25 to 35 felony and multiple OWI cases that must be tried to a jury before we can consider ourselves completely caught up. Our effort is ongoing and, of course, has been impacted by courthouse remodeling. Nonetheless, we're optimistic that we can and will return to the efficient system Jefferson County courts have historically maintained this year in all criminal case categories. We appreciate the support and confidence the board has placed upon us. We are mindful of the need to keep you apprised of the current status of our operations and initiatives. 2022 was challenging as we faced this significant criminal court backload. During COVID, we learned technology could aid us in our effort to safely function, but also in our effort to be more user-friendly as a standard. We're appreciative of County Administrator Waymeyer's help, guidance, and support in general, but we are particularly appreciative of his leadership in the area of court safety and technology use. Judges Deering, Brantmeyer, Gruber, and I appreciate the health and safety infrastructure and personnel you have provided to us in our efforts. Finally, the courts appreciate the effort and execution by maintenance staff of keeping judicial areas functioning during this summer's HVAC outages. Whether it was bringing in a number of fans or even installing a special HVAC system for Branch 4, the maintenance department quickly and efficiently responded to our needs, and we have kept the courts running in a mutual effort. We're fortunate to live and work in Jefferson County. Our work is supported by competent and skilled staff. We're further supported by the legislative and executive branches of our county government. As we engage in the significant and immense remodeling project occurring over the next few years, the Jefferson County judges do look forward to continuing in a positive, cooperative working relationship with you. And all of us strive always to maintain and enhance the high quality of life that we all enjoy in Jefferson County.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for Judge Hugh? Seeing none, thank you very much. Enjoy the remodeling. Takes us to annual reports, child support. Stacy Jensen.
Good evening. For those who aren't familiar with our department, we're a team of about 12 staff, and we provide services to about 5,000 cases per year. We provide many services. However, the main services we provide are establishing and enforcing child support and providing paternity services to make sure that there's a father named on every child's birth certificate. You have a copy of our 2022 report. So I'll just provide a few updates about our agency. We had a successful move last year. We're providing our services at a temporary location across the street from the courthouse right now while the construction's going on. We have a new member who has made an incredible impact to our department and our customer. She is our customer service administrative assistant. We're so fortunate to have her. She has enabled our agency to provide immediate customer service to our Spanish-speaking customers. And before she joined our team, we had to pay for interpreter services. We have a large Spanish-speaking customer based in our agency. And so now our Spanish-speaking customers are able to enjoy the same immediate level of services with Alejandra ready and available to answer the phone and greet our Spanish-speaking customers at the front desk. She also helps collect cash payments at our front desk. We've seen a large increase in our cash collections. Many of those payments are from our Spanish-speaking customers. Our cash collection data is also documented in our annual report if you want to see the large increase of cash collections that we have been collecting. This year brings new project and opportunities. The state budget provided funding for our child support IT modernization project at the state. We're looking forward to continuing to work on this project. Many of our staff are involved in the state project on work groups and assisting the project with that state. We also welcomed a new team member earlier this year, so we will spend much time with investing in training this Anna Fanning, and work on training and of other staff throughout the year. Our paternity caseload is also increasing and has over the last few years. So this year we're also going to be investing in training of other staff to perform genetic testing and managing of our paternity cases. So other staff can provide that customer service to all of our customers. We're also looking forward to the transition back to the courthouse. We found that we had a higher customer participation rate in many of our programs when we were located directly at the courthouse. Our customers somehow got lost walking across the street. So we're looking forward to having our customers work with us once again once we're located right across or directly with the courts. So those are just a few highlights about our programs. And as always, we thank you for your continued support of our programs.
Any questions for Ms. Jensen? Questions? Thank you very much, Stacy. Which takes us to Treasurer Kelly Stady.
Hey, good evening, Jefferson County Board of Supervisors. First, I want to thank John Jensen and the Executive Committee for the recommendation to serve the remainder of his unexpired term as County Treasurer. John and I have worked together for over 23 years. From the beginning, he included me in the duties of the Treasurer to ensure Jefferson County continued to move forward from an operational standpoint. I would like to offer my congratulations to John on his retirement after 36 plus years serving as County Treasurer. Going to miss working with John and the value of friendship we formed over the years. John truly believed in his service to Jefferson County. A thank you to Stacy Hoffman. We worked together for 7 years in the County Treasurer's office until she ran for the Register of Deeds and took office in 2007. When we moved back to the courthouse, we will be sharing a counter space with the Register of Deeds. If it wasn't for her moving to the Register of Deeds, I would not be here today. I'm excited and honored to serve Jefferson County as the next County Treasurer. John planned this well, so here I am just shy of 6 days in the office of the County Treasurer, and I'm here tonight sharing our annual report. I will try not to keep you here all night. You should have a handout that John had completed. Thank you, John. With the disbursements for the general and payroll. This includes what was on hand in the bank at the end of the year and the earnings and interest for the investments for the fiscal year of 2022. The next printout I wanted to share is a tax collection that the County Treasurer takes over in February, minus the City of Watertown. As many of you know, we do not take over their collection until after August 15th. Last year, we took over about $278,000 in unpaid taxes, specials for the City of Watertown. I thought it might be interesting for you to compare our tax collection over the years. I picked 2015 because this year we adopted our first child. when you look at the graph, it really kind of stuck out to me like 2017 when we went from 2.3 general property to a 0.64, and I'm like, what's going on here? And kind of looking back, we had a record recording of refis in the Register of Deeds office and a huge entry of job markets in the U.S. that year. In comparing last year's tax collection to this year, we had an increase of 8.39% in uncollected taxes, but we also had an increase in general property taxes of 6.02. The county treasurers will be collecting tax payments for 5,716 postcards, up 140 cards from last year, and for the 7,988 tax parcels that were mailed out on June 8th. We mail out these friendly reminders to pay the second half of the taxes that are due on July 31st. These postcards help get revenue in early, ease the lines when we get closer to due dates, yet they increase the phone calls on property tax questions and finding us. Out of the 44,2022 tax bills we need to collect in the next 20 days is about $20 million in unpaid taxes. Out of the $20 million, we usually carry about $2 million as delinquent taxes for 2022. As of June 27, delinquent taxes for Jefferson County are $900,000, leaving us approximately $2.9 million to collect. Not only do we collect taxes, we receive daily revenue. Last year we had 20,672 transactions totaling $115,500,000. We updated new property assessments, aid in tax bill correction, calculation, collection, and payout tax settlements 4 times per year for all our municipalities, school districts, special districts, and etc. All is done on a budgeted small team of myself and a 0.6 and a 0.5 staff. And this year will be a training year as we have new part-time people. This probably is the only department that the county doesn't have at least one full-time employee, yet we handle all your money. This year we'll be using a new tax receipting pet license program for local treasurers, created by our own IT department. Last year we had a town of Jefferson, town of Hebron, village of Sullivan, city of Jefferson in a panic when their pet program didn't work, and tested out the program before bringing on 23 municipalities this year. Big high five to Oral and his team at MIS to get us up and running, along with Alice, Cindy, Heather, and Tanya. Goals for this year: municipal receipting up and running. Tax receipting for the county treasurers will be updated. That's all I have for you guys. Any questions?
Questions, Kelly? Any questions? Seeing none, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming up twice tonight. Takes us to item D, annual report for the sheriff's office. Sheriff Milbroth could not attend tonight, so we will postpone this for a future meeting. Takes us to committee reports and resolutions and ordinances. Buildings and grounds. Resolution authorizing entering into a contract with the lowest qualified bidder for roofing project at the courthouse. Mr. Backlund.
Resolution number
17.
17, thank you. Executive summary. Prior to commencement of the Jefferson County Courthouse project, existing sections of the courthouse were inspected to determine if they required repair or upgrading instead of full reconstruction. The inspection determined that the existing roof system did not need to be reconstructed due to previous roof repairs and replacement as needed. Because of this, the amount of the allocated as part of the courthouse project for existing roof repairs and upgrading was minimal. When coordinating the existing roof system with the new roof system on the courthouse additions, along with prepping to replace the new air handler units, several areas of concern were identified by the current roofing contractor, SRS, and Moss Brothers. The areas of concern were the north wing and the central corridor of the courthouse, the original component of the courthouse. To address these concerns, the county requested an estimate from the current roofing contractor, which is approximately $500,000, to upgrade the existing north wing and central corridor roof system to similar specifications as the new additions. These concerns were reviewed with the Buildings and Grounds Committee, which determined that there should be a full analysis of the roofing systems. The county engaged Interstate Roofing System Consultants Incorporated to conduct the analysis of approximately 15 sections of the existing roof system. The analysis determined that a full roof replacement of the north wing and center corridor was required, with the remaining roof subsections subject to a detailed preventative maintenance and capital replacement schedule. Although parts of the north wing and center corridor roof had some life remaining, the analysis determined that these would need to be replaced in a few years. Also, sections of the existing roof have been compromised from oil overflow from the rooftop air handler units in need of repair, limited insulation, previous patching, and the presence of asbestos in parts of the roofing system. Interstate Roofing Systems consultants completed a bid specification that was published and held a pre-bid walkthrough for interested vendors. The bid specifications included removal of all layers of the old roofing systems down to the existing concrete decking, installation of a fully adhered 60mm EPDM rubber roof system, and insulation with an insulating value of R30. In addition, alternatives were requested to include a 60mm ballasted EPDM rubber roof system in lieu of a fully adhered system. The county has reserved $250,000 from fiscal year 2022 and 2023 carryover budget and reallocated $250,000 of ARPA funds towards this project. The remaining will come from project contingency. This is being bid as a separate project. Only one bid was received from Pioneer Roofing of Johnson Creek for $703,121. No alternate bid was received. The Building and Grounds Committee considered this resolution at its July 7th, 2023 meeting and recommended forwarding it to the county board by a vote of 4-0 to enter into contract with Pioneer Roofing for roofing installation as part of the courthouse project for a total of $703,141. Fiscal note, there is $250,000 from the 2022 to 2023 carryover budget in the allocation of $250,000 from the American Rescue Act. The additional funds will be utilizing the project contingency. I move for approval of this resolution.
Moved by Supervisor Backlund. Is there a second? Second by Supervisor Paulson. Questions? Discussion? Mr. Progler.
Yeah, I think.
And for anybody,
In the
this
next-
is the yellow sheet.
You're right. Yep. In the next to the last paragraph, their bid was 703,121, whereas we're doing it for 703,141. Is that a typo or $20 difference or?
I believe it's 121.
Okay,
I
thank you.
apologize, it was a typo.
Other questions?
So
Mr. Backlund.
So when we had this meeting, I came up with like 15 different things while we're doing it. So I don't think I will read all of it, but just so you're aware, there are 17 different roof sections on the courthouse. You know, the roof had deteriorated. We didn't realize some of the damage was there till after the air handlers were pulled off the roof. It's kind of one of those unforeseen things. It is going to be brought up from the R30 insulation. I think there was questions about, this is about 33% of the current roof system that will be replaced. The other thing was timing. We were trying to determine whether or not to hold off on this. Could this hold off on this? And it was determined that there would be no decrease in price if we waited like till spring or fall, that based on all of that. So those were just some of the things that as a discussion as a group we went through.
Any other questions? Questions?
Yes. I did have a quick question. If the 250,000 that's coming from ARPA funds, can you identify what those were earmarked for before?
Mr. Waymire.
That was originally with some of the broadband, and when we had to turn some of the grants back for bug tussle, that was where some of those funds were. We still have approximately $1 million in that line item for for broadband.
Any other questions? Other questions? This is not a budget amendment, so this can be a simple voice vote. All in favor of this resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, the resolution passes. Which takes us to the next resolution, entering into a contract with M&M Office Interiors for procurement of furniture through a State of Wisconsin cooperative purchasing agreement. This will be on your green sheet here. Mr. Backlund.
And this is 18. In preparation for county operations returning to the courthouse, staff began to review the need for furniture and how it integrated with the new office layouts, as well as evaluating the condition of existing furniture. The county engaged with M&M Office Interiors last fall through a state cooperative purchasing contract to assist with the process of furniture design and analysis. Through this process, it was determined in many cases that utilization of existing furniture would be a limited option, not only due to its age and condition, but because many of the pieces have been custom made and installed for specific locations which will no longer be available following completion of the courthouse project. In the development of a furniture package, M&M Office Interiors was required to include the option of a long-term warranty, the ability of the county to have flexibility of furniture systems for future configuration needs, and ergonomic alignment of furniture with the interior design of the project to accommodate office locations needing customization due to their location. The Buildings and Grounds Committee reviewed the furniture design and procurement process in March. A presentation was made to the committee on the status of the design efforts and the recommended product lines with warranty information and pricing. During this meeting, it was advised that M&M Office Interiors has been able to lock in pricing at the 2021 state contract rate or better, and would be locking it in for the duration of the courthouse project. The committee was informed that the 2021 state contract rate was a significant savings from the 2023 state contract rate, which could be up to 20% higher. Although no specific action took place, the guidance from the Buildings and Grounds Committee was to continue to work with M&M Office Interiors. The Jefferson County Purchasing Ordinance authorizes the utilization of state bids and cooperative purchasing contracts because they have gone through a bidding process and procurement contracting process with the state of Wisconsin to secure the best pricing. The following departments are included in Phase 1 furniture procurement: Administration, Human Resources, Finance, Corporation Counsel, County Clerk, County Boardroom, County Board Chair, majority of conference/meeting room spaces, Child Support, a portion of the District Attorney's Office, County Treasurer, Register of Deeds, Land Information, Zoning, Land and Water, Parks, Clerk of Courts, Register and Probate, Family Courts, CJCC/Treatment Courts, Medical Examiner, 2 new hearing rooms, Court Commissioner Offices, Break Rooms, Patrol Division, Dispatch Center and Emergency Management/Emergency Operations Center. At the time of the Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting in March, the estimated cost was approximately $1,343,070. The revised number in the latest proposal is $1,267,506. The Buildings and Grounds Committee considered this resolution on July 7, 2023, and recommended forwarding to the County Board by a vote of 4-0 to authorize Jefferson County Administrator to enter into a contract with M&M Interiors for procurement of furniture at a total cost of $1,267,506. Fiscal note: $1 million was allocated towards the purchase of furniture in the original budget. On March 13, 2023, the board authorized an additional $850,000 for furniture from the general fund working capital. The resolution would utilize $280,000 from that amount leaving $570,000 for Phase 2 of the project. I recommend this resolution for vote.
Moved by Supervisor Backlund, second by Supervisor Paulson. Questions, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, the resolution passes. Takes us to item 12, Economic Development Consortium, resolution authorizing Jefferson County Administrator to apply for United States Department of Housing and Urban Development for Jefferson County to serve as a housing counseling agency. Supervisor Zarla.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Resolution number 2023-19. Jefferson County, like communities across the state and country, is experiencing a shortage of housing of all types. Numerous market studies have been conducted over the last few years, pointing to a lack of affordable and available housing in the country. Jefferson County is actively engaged in conversations with municipal and community leaders, employers, and other stakeholders to explore innovative solutions and develop a multi-pronged approach. In the rental market, Jefferson County continues to experience the rippling effects of COVID-19 with increased housing instability as evictions rise and housing stock remains inadequate. Individuals with low credit scores and/or evictions face additional barriers to securing housing. Jefferson County is developing an ecosystem that supports a robust local economy and thriving communities. Part of that ecosystem is addressing housing affordability and availability, buoyed by a belief that if you work in greater Jefferson County, you should be able to afford to live here too. Jefferson County is partnering with other organizations in this effort. For example, Jefferson County collaborated with Thrive Economic Development and the Greater Watertown Community Health Foundation to host the May 18th Greater Jefferson County Housing Summit, bringing together community leaders, employers, and other stakeholders to identify innovative approaches and solutions to address housing affordability and availability. In addition, the Jefferson County 2023 budget provides for additional counseling resources to increase access to housing programs. To be most impactful in delivering housing counseling services, Jefferson County is seeking approval from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, to become a housing counseling agency. As of August 1, 2021, such approval is required for HUD programs with services provided by a HUD-certified counselor. Previously, the Jefferson County Economic Development Consortium provided counseling services required for income-eligible home buyers and homeowners taking part in down payment assistance programs and housing rehabilitation loan programs to help restore dilapidated housing stock. HUD approval for Jefferson County to serve as a housing counseling agency will allow Jefferson County to achieve greater visibility and access to clients through the HUD website and toll-free number, receive training, technical assistance, and capacity building through HUD's Office of Housing Counseling and other partners. Apply for training scholarships from HUD's national training partners, and qualify to receive funding under a range of HUD-funded housing and community development programs. This resolution builds on Jefferson County's commitment to housing and counseling services by seeking authorization to apply to become a HUD-approved housing counseling agency. Upon HUD approval, Jefferson County will offer housing-related group workshops and one-on-one counseling to residents of the greater Jefferson County area. These learning opportunities and counseling sessions will help participants navigate the home buying process, address mortgage delinquency, and work through landlord and tenant issues, including eviction prevention. The Jefferson County Finance Committee considered this resolution on July 5, 2023, and recommended forwarding to the County Board for approval. Fiscal note: passage of this resolution has no immediate fiscal impact. Future fiscal impacts will be determined through the annual budget process. Mr. Chair, I recommend adoption of this resolution.
Moved by Mr. Zarling, second by Mr. Brockler. Questions? Discussion? Mr. Morris.
Are there no other HUD counseling agencies in the county?
None of that are accessible. There are some that work with some nonprofits, but we've taken a lot of loan. Several years ago, actually, one of those nonprofits turned over their book of business to us for a rehab loan program. And as those are paid back, we get that, but as part of it was helping those folks out. So it's just, there's a gap for some of these services right now.
Well, but wasn't it at one time possible for a bank to work through this?
So what was happening is for counseling services, Roxanne Whitty in the JCDC office would often do a lot of those counseling services for the bank. And she would work through those efforts till closing would take place. At the time of closing is when we would be paid for the services provided. If they did not close, we were not reimbursed. So this takes what that program was, then adds an additional services, which includes the mortgage budgeting conversations, the eviction prevention, and a few other access points that HUD can provide if we become certified.
And where does the reimbursement come from?
Some of it will be through potential HUD grants. Some of it's going to be through the counseling services that we do provide. Those numbers have changed through some federal programs that have changed that have actually reduced the per counseling cost. But it has actually, if you look at the fund balance in the JCEDC, that's where a lot of that money was built up, was providing those services going forward. So, and we do have an ongoing revenue source. That nonprofit I spoke of, it was about a $50,000 deposit into the JCEDC. And then as those loans are paid off or someone sells their house, what was put into that also would come back and that fund continues to build up as well.
I can see that. Thank you. I have one more question as well.
Please.
Why did you use the word Greater Jefferson County area?
So as most of you are aware, we have a few of our communities that cross county lines.
Okay, that's
And
it.
so oftentimes we do try to make sure we provide those resources as we can.
Gotcha.
And so an example is Watertown. If someone comes north of the line, we're not going to necessarily say no to trying to provide assistance if it makes sense for that community.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Any other questions? Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, resolution passes. Takes us to Finance Committee. Resolution accepting a $9,000 capacity building grant from Greater Watertown Community Health Foundation and amending the 2023 Health Department budget. Supervisor Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Resolution number 2023-20. The Greater Watertown Community Health Foundation offers capacity building grants to fund leadership development, provide technical assistance to help local organizations further their mission. Jefferson County has awarded $9,000 to provide an opportunity for leadership for the Jefferson County Health Department to be certified on results-based accountability, which is a simple approach to effectively measure and report on program-level performance. It offers a framework to describe how programs work together in order to contribute to community-wide results at the population level and integrate this practice into the core operations. This implementation will ensure that Jefferson County Health Department is providing services in alignment with the Wisconsin State Health Improvement Plan, the Dodge Jefferson Healthier Community Partnership Community Health Improvement Plan, and the Jefferson County Strategic Plan. A line of these plans will assure the department is driven by state and local needs, and that the Jefferson County Health Department has organizational goals and objectives to address the public health needs of the community. In addition, the $9,000 will allow the department to purchase the Clear Impact software program to track performance indicators. On June 13, 2023, the Finance Committee considered this resolution and recommended forwarding to the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors to accept the $9,000 in grant funding from the Greater Watertown Community Health Foundation. Fiscal note. This resolution will increase the Jefferson County Health Department budget revenue and expenditures by $9,000 through a capacity building grant from the Greater Watertown Community Health Foundation. As a budget amendment, this resolution requires 20 out of 30 affirmative votes from the total membership of the county board for passage. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
Moved by Mr. Jones, second by Mr. Jekyll. Questions? Discussion? Seeing none, this will be a vote on your tablet. Need a 2/3 vote.
Supervisor Roberts,
Yes.
Supervisor Christensen,
Yes.
Supervisor Lindell, We have 29 yes, 0 no, 1 absent.
Thank you. Takes us to resolution authorizing sale of county-owned farmland located at State Road 26 bypass and Business 26 to William Stady with attachments. Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I could take a moment to just make a statement here. I supported this resolution at the Finance Committee based on my expectation that there would be information provided at or before the county board meeting that the amount offered was equal to or greater than the fair market value. As of now, there has been no appraisal or other information provided to justify selling this property at the amount offered of $20,000. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I move to send this resolution back to the Finance Committee to further evaluate the fair market value.
Do I have a second to that? I didn't see.
Second.
Please identify yourself.
Christensen, second.
Okay, Christensen, second. Okay. Any discussion? Questions? All in favor of returning this to committees, say aye.
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 Opposed? One opposed. The resolution will be returned to committee. Resolution authorizing the purchase of perpetual agriculture conservation easement and amending the 2023 budget for the Land and Water Conservation Department. Mr. Jones.
Resolution number 2023-21. The Jefferson County Comprehensive Plan seeks to preserve and enhance the county's rural character, including farmland. One way to accomplish this goal is to purchase conservation easements that protect agricultural land from development using grant funds from the Natural Resource Conservation Service and Jefferson County funds restricted for this use. The Natural Resource Conservation Service has approved grant funding for the purchase of an easement described below, consisting of 92.3 acres, with the remaining amount contributed by the landowner in Jefferson County. This resolution authorizes the Land and Water Conservation Department to enter into a contract to purchase a perpetual agriculture conservation easement from Daniel O. Cummings Trust in the amount of $228,750, consisting of 92.3 acres and payment of title insurance and closing costs in the amount of $2,113. The Land and Water Conservation Committee and the Finance Committee considered this resolution at their meetings on June 21, 2023 and July 5, 2023, respectively, and recommended forward to the County Board for approval. Fiscal note: the total cost of the proposed conservation easement of $230,863, of which $120,000 is already contained in the Land and Water Conservation Department 2023 budget. The remainder of this cost will be covered by an amendment to the Land and Water Conservation Department's 2023 budget that increases federal revenue by $72,500, increases the use of capital reserve funds by $38,363, and increases expenditures by $110,863. Jefferson County's share of the purchase price is $76,250. In addition to title insurance and closing costs in the amount of $2,113, for a total cost of $78,363, all of which is proposed to be paid for with funds reserved for the Farmland Preservation Program. Total capital reserve funds remaining for the Farmland Preservation Program after this resolution would be $52,990.19. County Board approval requires a 2/3 vote of the entire membership of the County Board. 20 members of the 30-member County Board must vote in favor of the budget amendment. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
By Mr. Jones, second by Mr. Gulick. Questions? Discussion? This will require a 2/3 vote. Please use your tablets.
Supervisor Roberts?
Yes.
Supervisor Christensen?
Yes.
Supervisor Gross? We have 28 yes, 1 no, and 1 absent.
Thank you. The resolution passes. Item D, resolution entering into a 5-year license agreement with Mitel Corporation, Inc. for the replacement of the county's telephone system. This will be on your blue sheet. blue sheet that you have on your desk. Mr. Jones.
Jefferson County purchased its current telephone system in 2003. The telephone system and technical support for currently provided by Cisco Systems. Recently, Cisco Systems informed the county that its current phones will not be supported in the next system upgrade, which will take place in 2025. The telephone system and technical support are critical to ensure that Jefferson County is able to continue operations and serve the public. The Management Information System Department has evaluated the following options for the current Cisco telephone system. As you can see, the 5 listed there, and with the amount and the years of the lease that were licensed that would be held. The phone system replacement was not included in the 2023 county budget, and because of this, evaluating financial options was required along with evaluating the different telephone system options. Mitel has offered to provide financing for the new system over a 5-year period at 8% interest. Under this proposal, Jefferson County would be responsible for payments in 2023 of $48,192, which will be paid by the MIS department budget. Beyond 2023, administration and finance will seek opportunities in the 2024 budget process to satisfy the full principal balance of the license as early as January of 2024. A penalty of 2 months' interest will apply for early payment of the license, was estimated to be less than $5,000 at the beginning of 2024, but will save the county $63,474 of interest over the 5-year license term. The Finance Committee and the Building and Grounds Committee considered this resolution at their meetings of June 13 and July 7 of 2023, respectively, and by a vote of 5-0 from Finance Committee and a vote of 4-0 from the Building and Grounds Committee, recommend entering into a 5-year license agreement with Mitel for replacement of the county's current phone system at a total cost of $400,000 to be financed through a license agreement over a 5-year period, and that the county administrator and finance director seek opportunity to satisfy the license obligation in full in 2024, hereby avoiding all future interest costs. Fiscal note. Budgeted funds are available in the Management Information System Department budget for 2023 due to one position going from full-time to part-time early in the year. This transition will fund the payments due for 2023 of $48,192. Administration and finance will work together to seek opportunities to pay the remaining license balance of $357,482 in early January of 2024, which will save $63,474 of interest and cost over the 5-year license term. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
Moved by Mr. Jones, second by Mr. Backlund. Questions, discussion? Mr. Morris?
In the current MIS budget, is there a line item for this license?
So we have a current line item to pay for the maintenance and license of the existing system, but not specifically for this new product.
Right.
This new product would eventually take over that licensing line item within that budget for the phone system.
Right, you're not creating a new line item come January. That line item's been in their budget all along.
Correct. We've always had to pay a maintenance
that was my
licensing cost, yeah.
Thanks.
Other questions? Other questions? Seeing none, all in favor of this resolution, say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, the resolution passes. Takes us to item E, resolution denying claim by Frontier Communications for damage to local copper exchange loop. Mr. Jones.
Resolution number 2023-23. A claim has been made against Jefferson County for damages. The claim has been reviewed by the county insurance carrier WMIC, and it was recommended for disallowance based on the findings that the county has no liability for this claim and is not legally responsible for alleged damages. This resolution formally denies the claim filed against Jefferson County and directs the Corporation Council to give the claimant notice of disallowance. The Finance Committee considered this resolution on June 13, 2023, and recommending forward to the County Board for approval. Fiscal note, this matter has been referred to Wisconsin Municipal Mutual Insurance Company, WMIC, and will be resolved in accordance with the terms of the county's policy. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
Moved by Mr. Jones. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Johns. Questions? Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, the resolution passes. Resolution denying claim for personal injury by Tyler R. Jessup, item number F. Mr. Jones.
Resolution number 2023-24. A claim has been made against Jefferson County by Tyler R. Jessup for personal injury following a motor vehicle accident on December 28, 2021, involving his vehicle and a Jefferson County plow truck. The claimant is seeking $250,000, of which $73,597 is for medical expenses. This claim has been reviewed by the county's insurance carrier, WEMIC, and was recommended for disallowance based on the finding that the county has no liability for this claim and is not legally responsible for the alleged damages. The county's insurance carrier has assigned legal counsel to represent Jefferson County's interest in this matter. If claimant is able to provide sufficient evidence to prove that Jefferson County is legally responsible for any or all of these claims, this matter will be reconsidered by the county's insurance carrier and the Jefferson County Finance Committee. This resolution formally denies the claim filed against Jefferson County and directs the Corporation County Council to give the claimant notice of disallowance. The Finance Committee considered this resolution July 5, 2023, and recommending forward to the County Board for approval. Fiscal note, this matter has been referred to the Wisconsin Municipal Mutual Insurance Company, WEMIC, and will be resolved in accordance with terms of the county policy. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this resolution.
Moved by Mr. Jones. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Draina. Discussion? Questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution passes. Takes us to item 14, Planning and Zoning Committee. Report, approval of petitions. Mr. Jekyll.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Report to the honorable members of the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors. Jefferson County Planning and Zoning Committee, having considered petitions to amend the official zoning map of Jefferson County, filed for public hearing held on June 15, 2023, as required by law pursuant to Wisconsin statutes. Notice thereof having been given and being duly advised of the wishes of the town boards and the persons in the areas affected, hereby makes the following recommendations. Approval of petitions as listed, dated this 26th day of June 2023, Blaine Paulson, Secretary. Moves us on to ordinance number 2023 8, amending the official zoning map of Jefferson County. Whereas the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors has heretofore been petitioned to amend the official zoning map of Jefferson County, and whereas petitions as listed were referred to the Jefferson County Planning and Zoning Committee for public hearing held on June 15, 2023, and whereas proposed amendments have been given due consideration by the Board of Supervisors in open session. Now therefore be it ordained that Jefferson County Board of Supervisors does amend in Jefferson County the official zoning map of Jefferson County as listed. Mr. Chair, I move for adoption of this ordinance.
Moved by Mr. Jekyll. Do I have a second? Second by Ms. Richardson. Questions? Mr. Kennard. And Mr. Brandon. Sorry.
I must also abstain.
And Matt Falker, Supervisor Falker, Supervisor White, and Supervisor Kennard will be abstaining from this vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, the ordinance passes. Item 15, appointment to the Human Services Board. Mary Weber to the Aging and Disability Resource Center Advisory Committee for a 3-year term ending July 1st, 2026. Mr. Jones.
By virtue of the authority vested in the Human Service Board under Section 3.06, Sub 1, Sub G of the County Board Rules, the Human Service Board hereby requests County Board confirmation of the following appointment. Mary Weber to the Aging and Disability Resource Center Advisory Committee, ADRC, for a 3-year term ending July 1, 2026. Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this appointment.
Do I have a second? Second from Mr. Winnicky. Questions? Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, the appointment is confirmed. Public comment of a general nature. Any public comment of a general nature? Anything online? Seeing none, announcements. Mr. Waymeyer.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I have a variety of announcements tonight. So first of all, in the back of the room is Michael Lucky. He's our new assistant to the county administrator. I kind of joke with him. I don't think he realized how much of an assistant to the county administrator would be as he's helping me carry crutches and other things around this first few weeks. So I appreciate that. But if you get a chance, please stop by and say hi. I know he's talked to a few already. He's going to try to set up time to meet with each of you and help us as we move forward. On your table is a variety of items for your information to help us promote things going on in Jefferson County. So the first is a flyer about our focus groups for the upcoming strategic plan. We have also sent this as an email. It's also on various social media posts. Just please encourage folks you think would be great constructive parts of our strategic plan process to sign up for these focus groups. They are next week. We have a variety of dates. I think we have we have 6 times throughout the week: morning, evening, middle of the day, and they'll be at the UW Extension Shop. So each spot can take about 25 folks. So please encourage folks to sign up. They can click on this QR code or just look at those links that we provided in the email. Just a reminder to the county board on the afternoon on 31 July and the morning of 1 August, we're doing our strategic planning retreat. We'll send some more reminders on that, but just as a reminder. And then on August 8th at 5 o'clock, prior to the county board meeting, we're going to be reviewing the draft plan related to the things that we've learned from these various input processes, so we can start having those conversations with the board as we devise that strategic plan. And then finally, you have 3 other flyers on your table, and this all relates to broadband. So 2 of them relate to a speed test with MadRep to really help look at the speeds within the county. Also, it identifies who does not have internet. That is an option. One is in Spanish and one is in English to help maximize participation. The other is working with the PSC and specifically related to the BEAD grant that we're working on for the federal funds that are coming to the state of Wisconsin, which, if you do not know, Wisconsin has secured over $1 billion to help with broadband expansion in the state. This is called the WISER survey. Again, another link to help fill out some information as we capture data and work to prepare for those future grant opportunities in Wisconsin, but specifically for Jefferson County. So any help cross-promotion with your constituents would be greatly appreciated, and we'll continue to work on getting this promoted on our website by the end of this week as well. So that's what I have, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Waymeyer. Mr. Paulson, would you like to make one more pitch?
About the county fair this week. Fun for everyone.
Mr. Johns, you had an announcement.
Yeah, one more thing. The next Brew with a View at Corth Park over in Lake Mills will be July 27th, which is a Thursday. And if you haven't been, please come. It's a great family place to come to. There's dogs, kids, a lot of great music, food trucks, and some beer. I hope to see a bunch of you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Morris.
Chairman, this is Walt. Supervisor Christensen is online. I think he is.
Supervisor Christensen from Gunnison, Colorado.
I missed my chance earlier to say thank you to the Gunnison, Colorado McDonald's for letting me use their Wi-Fi. Going camping. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Christensen. Any other further announcements? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. Moved by Mr. Gulick, second by Mr. Jaco. This is not debatable. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.
You know, Jim, I was